What's up, ladies and gents? Social Nurse here. This is going to be a really short video. I just watched Fox Soul's Black Thought. Tammy Mack is the hostess. The title of her show was Should Biracial People, or the title is Should Biracial People Be Considered Black? Really interesting. 4 panelists on there with Tammy Mack. The panelists were Tony Brienne, Mona Lisa, Jasmine Crystal, and Cynthia G. Cynthia G and Tony Brienne are influencers. Mona Lisa is an activist lawyer. Crystal Jasmine, or was it Jasmine Crystal? I'm sorry. She is an actress. She's multiracial. Mona Lisa is biracial. Tammy Mack, Cynthia G, Tony Brienne are Black women. And my answer would be no, biracials should not be considered Black. They should be considered what they are, which is biracial, right? I think that times are changing. People are seeing that the one-drop rule is antiquated, nonsensical, illogical, and that it just might be more sensible, more realistic, more biological, factual, to allow people in this modern day to be who they are, which is biracial. So no, for all the reasons that the women on the channel stated, all of them, that is why biracial women or biracial people, biracial men, right, should be considered biracial and not Black. If you go watch that video, everything that all of them said is why biracial people should be considered biracial. With that said, I do a lot of videos on Phenotype. I started this channel back a while ago when Izzy, a light-skinned Black woman, was making videos. I used to see Izzy in BWE chats, in chats concerning Black women, and in comment sections. I started following her specifically because I identified with a lot that she was saying concerning rhetoric that was specifically targeted against light-skinned Black women, right? And some of the rhetoric that she spoke against that were anti-Black women in general. And I came up with my channel because I saw what she was saying that was occurring on social media was true. I saw a lot of it. So what I decided to do was rebuttal specific things that I saw posted online. And a lot of my videos are about phenotype or rebuttaling colorism arguments, because I don't believe that every single negative thing or unfavorable thing that happens to a dark-skinned Black woman, right, is because of colorism. I don't believe you can get angry at other women unless they do something to you, or you can say they said this. You can find the proof that they said something about dark-skinned Black women. You can't get, if these men don't want certain women, and we know what I'm talking about, I say let them go. You can't force people to understand why it's odd that they totally don't like their own similar phenotype, right? At the same time, I get why that is odd, but the anger is misdirected, in my opinion, right? My videos on phenotype are more in line with similarity in appearances, that oftentimes those of us who are light-skinned Blacks can be interchanged as far as appearance with biracials or multiracial people. With that said, I believe, yes, based on phenotype and similarities in appearance, the way I speak from it as a light-skinned black person, light-skinned black woman, that people have perceptions about you just based on your presentation, your phenotype, and they will treat you a certain way or have certain beliefs about you. So that is why you see a lot of my videos based on phenotype. Now, have I gone beyond just appearance in the physical? Yes, I talked about in videos Sage Steele and Joy Reid, for example. I've done a video on why it's ridiculous that Joy Reid speaks against Sage Steele not wanting to identify as a black woman. She's biracial, right? And at the same time, when the biracial woman does identify as black, there's pushback from a lot of black people. You know, I talk about how J. Cole in one of my videos, Still Up, being raised by his white side, by a single white mother, his black father left. He was raised by his white uncles, a white family, a white mother. Why he may feel a close affinity to whiteness in a lot of ways, right? I talk about that in the biracial versus light-skinned black video because I talk about the conversation that two light-skinned blacks, Angela Rye and Michael Eric Dyson had. I talk about that. So I do go a little deeper at times to acknowledge that there is a difference between a biracial person and a light-skinned black person. There are some specific experiences that the light-skinned black person has within the black community, right? We have some specific experiences, right? So, really interesting topic. Go over there and watch that video. And I will stand fast on the fact that what each of those women said up there on that panel is why biracial people should be able to identify as who they are without anybody getting upset about it, right? Really interesting conversation. Social Nurse here. Thanks for stopping by the channel.